First of all, I feel embarrassed talking to you in English because at your age I was not exposed to Sanskrit Sambhashanam. Therefore I never learned talking in Sanskrit. So I will speak to you in English, so you are much better off than I am. And I am really happy and proud of you that young people that you are, that you took time from a vacation, came all the way from these long distances to attend the Sanskrit camp. That shows the value, of course, the parents have, but you also have, for learning Sanskrit. And as I hear, you enjoyed learning Sanskrit, that's wonderful. You've been a very good group, a little noisy, I think. But generally speaking, a happy group, that's what I could say. And that you are enjoying all the activities that are offered in this camp. It's, of course, the teachers are teaching you the importance of Sanskrit, how the Sanskrit language is connected with Samskriti, the Vedic Sanskriti, how language, Sanskrit is the mother of all our, at least Indian languages, supposedly world languages also. Unfortunately, a complex was created in India, deliberately, by some British scholars, who came up with a theory that Aryans came from abroad, they came to India from someplace in the middle Europe or wherever, and so the claim was that, look, Aryans brought the Sanskrit language, they brought the Vedas, the thing belongs to you, whatever. And then Aryans fought with Dravidians and drove them away to south, so Dravidians are different, Aryans are different, north is different, south is different. All these kind of, you may not know all of this, but then lots of division. You are born and raised here, so you don't know the situation in India. But then all these kind of complexes were created and continue to remain created. Even though research has shown that Aryans always belonged to India, they never came from abroad, that the Vedic culture is at least 10,000 years old, and the different settlements are the evidence of that. If anything, people from India went abroad, not the other way around. They want to show that there is some language group called Indo-European languages, and Sanskrit is one of them. The Sanskrit, German, all these languages evolved from some other fundamental language. That is all somehow not giving the credit that duly belongs to the people in India of the Vedic culture. And thus, great inferiority complexes have been created in Indians for 150 years. Indians unfortunately continue to have that inferiority complex. They continue to believe that people in white skin are superior to us, that the Vedic culture is an inferior culture, that our youth doesn't feel proud of being inheriting the Vedic culture. There is no pride of being a Hindu. And so, this kind of mentality exists among the young people in India. And many of them take pride in criticizing, condemning Hinduism without understanding anything about it. So in light of what all exists there, to see you people here, growing up here, and having a value for not only Sanskrit language, but even for the Vedic culture, is something which makes me very happy, which makes me feel proud of you, and with the joy with which you learn the Sanskrit also makes me even happier. It is not something that you had to do because you were pushed here by your parents. Looks like you came on your own. Maybe you came to meet your friends, I guess, also that was not the case. But then, you came to the Sanskrit sphere, which is a great thing. I do hope that you continue the pursuit of Sanskrit language. The Sanskrit Sambhashanam is an excellent way of learning Sanskrit. If you learn Sanskrit through people who instruct you in Sanskrit, that's the best way. That's how you learn. Just as children learn English because instructors are English speaking, So, unfortunately, generally, the instruction of Sanskrit is imparted through grammar. Because the classical language or a spoken language, and grammar is a very, very tedious and uninteresting way of learning our language. So most people drop learning Sanskrit. They learn, what is necessary in the school. The school also, if the option, they drop it. So right now the trend in India is that people are not even taking interest in Sanskrit. But then, it is so nice that Sanskrit is taught here to you through Sambhashana. And that creates in you a pride that you can speak a sentence. Even if you say, my name is Mama Nama, whatever your name is, that much you can say itself, it makes you feel very happy. Even simple sentence when you speak, yes, there is an achievement involved there. And all of this is possible when you learn Sanskrit from people who instruct you in Sanskrit, which is an excellent way of learning language. So, you continue Sanskrit language learning also is a great intellectual discipline. Sanskrit Vyakarana or grammar is perhaps the most well organized and most sophisticated grammar system that there is. Panini, who created that whole system of grammar and is all this meta language, etc., as perhaps is one of the greatest achievements of the human mind. And so when you get a chance, when you grow up, you take interest in Sanskrit Vyakarana and see what great grammarians we had and what great heritage we have, how fortunate we are that we belong to that heritage, which will make you feel proud of the Vedic heritage and proud of the Hindu culture, proud of yourself. Because ultimately, the blood that flows, whether you are born here and raised here, still, in your body, the blood flows that comes down from the Vedic culture. And so, whether you know it or not, those samskaras or impressions are built into you. Automatically, the life that your parents live and your grandparents live, they all are based on that. Whether your parents even know it or not, it's already built in there. And therefore, to a great extent, it's built into your personality also. And Sanskrit becomes a link which connects us with the Sanskriti, with the culture. And so, we maintain the study of Sanskrit. Not that we do from one Shibir to the other Shibir. That now this Shibir is over, 1 week is over, now Sanskrit is forgotten for the next until next year. We come to next year and then again start all over. It may not be that way. During the year also we will continue to learn Sanskrit. And there are a lot of publications. Bharatiy has very interesting publications. Lots of material is given which you can study yourself. It's meant for self-study. And you are all good at memorizing. I was listening to your song, which you are happily singing. That's what created noise, I guess. I would have liked to hear one or two of those songs, from them. So before we conclude this program, I'll hear from you one or couple of those songs that you are singing. To continue with them, continue to study those publications that they are giving you, so that the acquaintance with Sanskrit language may be changed for the rest of the year.